Yes, fight fans, body and mind sports, my people, you are fully appreciated in this round, my guys, my people. I do have for you, of course, Usyk versus Tyson Fury 2. That fight happened 6 days ago. Still news is just surfacing, my guys, surfacing. But before I go into it, I just want to say happy holidays, happy Christmas. I hope you enjoy your Christmas and your holidays with your family and all that good stuff, my guys, my people. So let's get into it. What's been happening in the aftermath of Usyk versus Fury 2, my people? Well, the fight, we all know now that Usyk won via unanimous decision, 116 to 112 on all judges' scorecards. A scorecard that Fury disagrees with vehemently, although the judges only have him losing by 2 rounds, my people. It was a close fight. So 2 rounds is not too bad at all. But Fury, he must have been judging the fight with delusion, possibly a lot of bias for himself as well, because he believes that he pushed the fight all night, went forward all night. How could it be when Stewart, Sugar Hill, was telling him to was telling him to hold his ground, so he couldn't have been pushing forward if your trainer is telling you to hold his, telling you in round intervals to hold your ground. So you couldn't have been holding your ground. You couldn't have been pushing forward. Well, anyway, Fury says that he will take the belief that he won to his grave. That's how strongly he feels about it. His promoter feels the same too. Frank Warren, he thinks that Fury actually won by 2 or 3 rounds, my people, and I think that is a disgusting opinion, a disgusting judgment on this fight, my people. Because come on, let's be for real. If anyone's going to be winning by 2 or 3 rounds, even though I don't think that's a reality, it should have been Usyk. Should have been Usyk, my people. If you had it a draw, I don't mind. The fight was that close, my people. But Fury winning, it didn't happen, my guys. It did not happen, my guys, my people. And I'm glad that the judges got it right, you know. But Frank Warren's main complaint about the scorecards is that one of the judges didn't give Fury not even 1 round after not even 1 round of the last 7 rounds, and then the other 2 judges out of the last 7 rounds only awarded Fury just 1 round. Well, in the case of the 2 judges, I couldn't argue much. I mean, if they only had Fury winning 1 round out of the last 7, well, me myself, I only had out of the last 7, I had Fury only winning rounds 9 and 10, and 10 could have been a swing round. So possibly they saw 10 to be a swing round and chose to give it to Usyk. I chose to give it to Fury. So that's not too bad there. But not to give Fury not even a round out of the last 7, nah, that's bad judgment, my guys. That's bad judgment, because round 9 was clearly a Fury round. Clearly a Fury round, my guys, my people. So Frank Warren is a disgruntled promoter right about now, and he actually says that both Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya believe that Fury won too. Well, in the case of Bob Arum, he's a co-promoter of Fury, so that is very understandable. He's got invested interest. Simple. I do believe that strongly. Bob Arum, who actually thought that Loma beat Devin Haney. Well, I don't agree with that, and I hear a lot of fans saying the same thing because he had Haney looking like he was in trouble in 1 round where he was just landing a flurry. So what? It's just one round, my guys. 1 or 2 rounds, my people. There's 12 rounds in a fight. Yeah. But as for Oscar De La Hoya, well, that's not a great alibi, is it? Because Oscar De La Hoya, after the fight in interviews, he's claiming that Usyk won. So change of heart there. Change of heart there. Clearly didn't want to upset Warren any more than he was, uh, any more than he was, because you know he understands as a promoter how Warren felt, how badly he wanted that win, my guys, my people. But the AI judge had it a worse, way wider for Usyk, way wider. Only gave Fury 2 rounds. Had his scorecard at 118 to 110, and that is abominable, my guys. That is possibly the worst scorecard you could have for this fight. Something that just didn't exist, my people. And to me, that shows to me that the AI is just not ready to judge fights. It's just not ready for the world of boxing, my people. Although when they announced they were going to be using the AI judge, that was not going to influence the official scorecard really, and I'm glad it didn't, because that would have been atrocious judging, my people. Very, very wrong, my guys. They said the AI judge is non-biased, without human error. But it must have had human error. Whoever programmed it just don't know shit about boxing, my guys. Don't know nothing about boxing. So yeah, let's just leave that one there. It was just wrong, the AI, and it's just wrong, my guys, my people. That is just too far wide, my guys, my people. But talking about the judges' scorecards, I mean, what's Frank Warren got to complain about in that area anyway? I mean, the two teams did decide on the judges for the night, didn't they? They agreed on the judges for the night. So what's the problem? What's the problem, my guys? There is no problem at all. Fair judging, and yeah, and fair choice given to both sides to choose the judges, and they agreed on those judges, my guys, my people. So yeah, they need to stop whining and complaining and just move forward on this one, my guys, my people. Um, Another thing though about this fight that I found confusing: Fury coming in at 280 pounds. I find that very hard to believe. At the weigh-in, he had all his clothes on, and they're saying that previously he weighed in without his clothes on and he weighed the same. No, that's not true, because you cannot add on top of your weight with clothes and then you weigh the same. That's not true, my guys. That's not true. That's a total myth that they tell to children that don't know how to add up their logic properly, my guys, my people. So yeah, that's a myth. It definitely didn't come in at 280. I'll say possibly a lot lighter. Maybe 270 something. More closer to his you know his original fighting weight anyway, because why would he put on so, although they said they were coming heavier, why would they put on so much and then mess up his mobility, my people? And he's a big guy already. If you can't do push Usyk back with the size he was before, he definitely won't be able to do it when he's heavier, my guys, my people. And as we saw, it's not easy to push Usyk back anyway because of the angles that he uses, my guys, my people. And he's not gonna allow you just to put your weight on him like that. He will shrug you off. He was doing that all night, my guys, all night, my people. And also, before the fight, they complained about Usyk's beard. They had to attend a ruling meeting to decide the rules for the fight. You know, they complained about Fury's beard, complained about his belt line. His belt line was just too high. But let me attack the beard one first. As for the beard, they attended a meeting to decide the rules of the match. And you know, having a beard is not against boxing rules anyway, my people. So they decided that Fury should be allowed to keep his beard, because having a shorter beard, shorter bristles, is more likely to cause more damage to Usyk, you know, if it were to rub against him in close quarters, my people. So yeah, there's no controversy there about the beard. So yeah, that one that one, I don't know what they're talking about there. Nothing wrong with Fury's beard, my people. And yeah, about the belt line, Frank Warren said that the referee went to both fighters' dressing rooms and decided that their belt lines were okay. The shorts were okay to be where they were. On Fury, did you see Fury's belt line? Did you see it? Oh my god, it was atrocious. The thing was all the way near his nipples, my guy. I mean, when he dropped his elbows clearly passing the bottom of his belt line. That can't be right, my guys. That is atrocious, my people. Atrocious that he actually got away with that. And Usyk in the past has been labeled as somebody that, you know, pulls his shorts up a bit too high. But in this fight, he was very disciplined, kept his shorts very low, around his waist where it was supposed to be. But Fury, you couldn't even see. I mean, his belly button was hiding way deep inside there. Yeah. So even when Usyk was targeting Fury's body, he had a very small target there to hit. A very small target there to hit. So yeah, you know they need to talk to Fury about that belt line, my guys, or possibly because his waist is just maybe a bit just too wide for for it to sit there. That they have to pull it high, because you have to remember he's got a lot of skin and fat in that area. So that is his natural build, by the way. That's how he's able to move so well, because that's just his natural build, I guess. But that belt line was high, my guys. It was high, but possibly maybe he just can't do anything about it. Look at the condition of him, you know, his natural state, my guy, my people. So that is just Fury, my guys. I wouldn't look too much into that, and in any case, it still didn't help him. It still didn't help him at all, my guys, my people. Yeah. Other things that pissed off Frank Warren totally, my guys, totally, my people, is what was written in the articles. We had Oliver Brown for the Daily Telegraph, my guys, the Telegraph, my people, saying that Fury is nothing but a thug. He's not a people's man. He's not a man of the peoples. He's a clear thug. And Frank Warren was very disgusted by that statement there. But I'll say, you've got to be careful what you print in the papers, my guy. I mean, you can't be making accusations like that, calling him a thug. Frank Warren says, do you know the definition of a thug means a criminal? A criminal, my guys, my people. And yeah, that is what it is in the dictionary. It's a criminal, my guys. Frank Warren says, if he was Fury, sue Frank Warren, who is quick to say sue, threatened to sue Chris Eubank Jr. in the about his statements, damning statements about Frank Warren being corrupt or something like that, a corrupt promoter or something like that, in the Arthur Betterby versus Bivol press conference, the first one. And I believe he sued Chris Eubank already before, got some money out of that, you know, so he's good at suing, brilliant at suing. He even threatened to sue Anthony Yard over, over his contract with Anthony Yard while being released from that contract. Apparently they still had some clause on that contract concerning matchmaking, my people, how you can go about matchmaking while not being with Queensbury Promotions, and apparently he wasn't allowed to fight, and if he did, legal ramifications would follow. But that wasn't true at all, my guys. It wasn't true. You know, I think Frank Warren was just upset that Yard left after investing so much time and opportunity on Anthony Yard, and I think he really deep down likes Anthony Yard as a person, as a fighter, everything, you know. But yeah, I think that's all that was in that situation there, you know. But calling Tyson Fury a thug, that is out of line, my guys. Although he did behave like one, I'm not gonna lie, in the press conference, is the second one. I mean, stayed quiet in the press conference, but then later in the weigh-in started yelling abuse at Usyk, my people. You know, which is very odd, my guys, from one to another. But Frank Warren says you have to have some sympathy for Fury because he's bipolar. Well, is he medically diagnosed? Because if he's not, there's no sympathy, my guys. there is no sympathy. Bring your diagnosis and let us know that you're bipolar. Otherwise, Fury should just shut the hell up and mind what comes out of his bloody mouth, because yes, we want fights promoted and so forth. We want just more than throwing gloves, we want entertainment, but there is a there is a border that you don't cross, my guys. And he crossed it. He crossed it. Usyk, on the other hand, he knows how to entertain us without having to cross all these borderlines, my people. So everything with a Fury is just borderline, 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 disgusting, my guys, my people. But Fury, though, I hope this is not the end of him. It did hint that he would retire after this loss. He felt cheated. There's no need. He's done a lot for boxing. In fact, him coming back into boxing after being through so much drugs, binging, putting on so much weight, drinking, and whatever else he was doing, had so much of an effect on him that, for most people, it takes them a lifetime's journey to get back, if they do get back at all. So he's been a great inspiration to ordinary people, let alone the boxing world, my guys. So there's definitely a place for him, and he's a brilliant fighter, my guys. He is a brilliant fighter, and I think he only lost to Usyk because he just didn't know the fight to fight. The fight he should have fought was the fight he fought in the 5th round of their second fight, where he had his high guard up and was punching off the high guard, making himself very unpredictable to Usyk. Usyk suffered in that round, and if he had carried on with that high guard, who knows? He could have won the fight. He could have won the fight, my guys, my people. But that was up to his corner to tell him when they was saying to him, hold your ground. They should have told him, look, hold your ground, keep your high guard up, punch off your high guard, and of course, you know, yeah, but the high guard should have definitely been his game plan. He should have only gone away from that high guard if Usyk figured it out, and it didn't seem to me like he had figured it out. So yeah, I guess. As for Sugar Hill, I don't really blame him. I think he's a good trainer, and it's something they possibly didn't spot that Fury could use in this fight against Usyk, my guys. That information must have come to them too late. But for me, sitting at home on the couch, not having to worry about a fight planning or anything, is quite easy for people like me to spot it pretty easily, I guess. My guys, my people. But look, another article that pissed off Frank Warren is that of David Kidd in the Sun. Spoke about the fight, said the stadium was empty and it lacked atmosphere. And to that I would just say absolute shite. David Kidd is talking there, my guys, my people. I have nothing more to say on that, but Frank Warren did say that David Kidd is anti-Saudi and he's anti-Fury. So he doesn't like Fury, and he doesn't like Saudi, I guess, so there you go, my guys. There you go. What is there to hate about Saudi? What is there to hate about Fury? I mean, there's nothing really to hate about Fury. I don't really believe in hating people that you don't know, my guys. You could meet Fury and he could be one of the nicest people you ever met. But however, though, his first impressions, what he's showing us on TV, I can see why people will be drawn to dislike him, my guys, my people. But I'm not really into hating people I don't know at all, my guys, my people. Another thing though that happened on the night, Daniel Dubois jumping in the ring, snatching the mic off Ade while interviewing Usyk. Frank Warren said he's not down with that. He feels that Dubois should just be concentrating on his upcoming fight with Joseph Parker. And I believe the same too. He should have been concentrating on that. I mean, a lot of fighters they do that. that is nothing new in the fight game, but I think it needs to stop. It needs to stop. Not unless you've been calling out a fighter and they've just been blatantly avoiding you forever, which is something Usyk hasn't been doing. In fact, he said before prior to this fight that he wants to fight Dubois next if he beats Fury. So I don't know what Dubois is doing there. Concentrate on your fight with with Joseph Parker coming up, because Joseph Parker could be a slippery banana. Could be a slippery banana, my guys, my people. Remember, you heard it here first. If that happens, my guys, my people, possibly you didn't even hear it here first. Loads of people have said it, but yeah, I agree that it could be a slippery banana, my guys, my people. But as for Fury, what is next for Fury, my guys? Is he gonna fight Anthony Joshua? Is that finally going to happen? Simon Jordan opened up his big mouth, said that is a worthless fight right now. Shut up, Simon Jordan, because at the end of the day, yeah, these are the two biggest names in British heavyweight boxing. In fact, the two biggest names in British boxing, full stop. And they are top 10 heavyweights right now, so they have to see each other. They have to see each other, and if they do, it's gonna be huge. The fans will be interested. Simon Jordan, when it happens, lock yourself in the house. Don't watch it. Don't attend it. Don't do nothing about that fight. Don't even cover it or nothing, because you said it's worthless, right? So yeah, you do that, innit? You keep it worthless in your own territory, you know. But as for the rest of the world, we want to see that fight. The British fans, I would love to see that fight, especially now that they've both lost to Usyk. I would want Anthony Joshua to, get himself ready 1 or 2 fights in a year, within maybe 2026. Let's see that fight, or maybe after 1 or 2 fights in 2025. Let's see that fight, my guys. Let's see that fight, my guys, my people, because they ain't getting any younger, my guys. They're not getting any younger. They are, both fighters more or less out of their prime now. So that is that situation there, my guys, my people. But as for Usyk, he's already told Turkey Allow Sheikh make the next fight with Daniel Dubois, my guys, my people. But Dubois got trouble in Parker. He needs to get past Joseph Parker, my guys, my people. Deontay Wilder, his trainer Malik Scott, says Usyk has one more person to be in Deontay Wilder. Listen, Wilder, sit your grown ass down. I don't want to see you get hurt. I don't want to see something bad happen to this guy, because every time he fights a formidable opponent these days, he just looks scared, like a deer in headlights, since what Fury did to him. And his game is so impatient. He's so impatient. He just wants to rush everything with that right hand. Was it a second fight with Fury, or the third fight, when he was jabbing his way in, and he was successful with the jab to the body. He was doing well, and then he abandoned it all of a sudden. Just too impatient. Look, stop looking for the knockout straight away. Work your way and be patient with the work. Sometimes you gotta win by boxing. He needs to learn that. And he needs to up his skills, man. For real. Up his skill. I know he's courageous, but I don't want to see him get destroyed in a very, very bad fashion, where it's not going to be healthy afterwards. I really like Deontay Wilder as a fighter. All the knockouts he's delivered to us, but I think his card has been shown that he's doesn't really belong in the upper echelon of heavyweights, my people. And for him to do that, fight again on that level, he needs to show us that he belongs there, my guys, my people. But who else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about Moses Itauma, my guys, my people. Moses Itauma, actually born in Slovakia. Did you know, my guys? His mom is from Slovakia, and his dad is Nigerian. He actually left Slovakian boxing due to racism, my guys, in Slovakia. So he traveled to the UK to extend his career there and pursue his career here, my people. And what a career move he did, my guys, because he's now going to be a top future British heavyweight. I guess, my people, after his phenomenal win. What do I call him? Weapon of imminent destruction. If you see how he exploded on Dempsey McKean on the 21st of December, my guys, on the undercard of Usyk and Fury. Wow, wow, wow. What a great fighter. He needs to become champion in 2025, my people. He needs to be, and he's chasing it. His promoter and manager, Frank Warren's son in Francis, my guy, Francis Warren. Well, he is looking to line Itauma up with either Charles Martin. Actually, first is Hergovich. Remember, they now have a common opponent. Itauma did it much faster in just 1 round. Hergovich did it in 12 rounds, my guys. Knocked out McKean in 12 rounds. While Moses did it in 1 round, my guys, my people. And yeah, I think that's a great fight, Hergovich. If he beats Hergovich, I think is like number 6 or number 7 in the IBF list. And there's no, and number 1 and number 2 are not rated. And then you got Bakoli, and Bakoli, who is, I think, is number 3, and what's his name, FA at Jaguar, of having their argument to find out who's going to be the mandatory challenger to the IBF title, being held by Daniel Dubois at the moment. And of course, the winner of that will face the winner of Dubois and Parker, my people. So after that fight, whoever loses between Bakoli and FA Jaguar, well, they will slip down the rankings. So this is a perfect opportunity in Hergovich for Itauma to move up the rankings straight away into title contention. That will get him straight into title contention. Itauma, who's actually ranked number 14, I believe, 14 or 13 right now by the IBF. But if he beats Hergovich, he's gone. He's gone. Another fight he's targeting that could put him in title contention, and I think this one is an easy win, is of course Kubrat Pulev. He is 43 years old, 44. He just beat Mahmoud Amchar for the regular WBA title, and he is now mandatory to Usyk's WBA. So yeah, that is a straight easy win and title contention there for Moses Itauma. He also has Charles Martin, my guys. Charles Martin, if he goes and fights Martin, that is a possible opponent of that would be a common opponent with Itauma and Gerard Anderson, who narrowly beat Charles Martin, my guys, my people. And so yeah, possibly they are targeting Anderson, so they want to test Itauma with with Charles Martin, my people, and see what happens there. But Hergovich, if he does go on and fight Hergovich and beats Hergovich, that will give us an indication of how he may do if against Dubois if they fight. Yeah, so that's another one there, my guys. As for the point I made with him facing Charles Martin, yeah, that will give them an idea of how he would fare if he was to go on to face Anderson, Jared Anderson, who's another young prospect. Although Itauma is much younger. Anderson, I believe, is like 23, 24. Itauma, well, he's only 19, my guys, my people, and already a very confident, skilled, clever, powerful, explosive fighter. Mike Tyson and Usyk in one body. Imagine that, my guys, my people. So yeah, that is all that is being lined up right now in the heavyweight division, my people. And Frank Warren's stable is looking very superhuman right now in the heavyweight division. They have got the top. It's like they've got almost every top heavyweight in his stable. So yeah, I'm sure he's gonna be enjoying his time. He's got some great wins coming, by the way. I know. The only person he doesn't have in his in his stable right now is Bakoli, who fights for Boxer and Ben Shalom. But who knows? who knows? When Bacoli's contract ends, you might skip ship and go to Frank Warren for him to get the best fights. But his career is kind of moving forward now. He's got his fight with FA at Jaguar, my guys, my people. So yeah, he's gonna be a mandatory to the IBF soon, regardless. Anyway, but after beating Fury, Usyk now being touted as the one as an all-time great, or the greatest of all time. Yeah, but we're gonna talk about that in another video, my people. I do agree that he does belong in that conversation, but I'm gonna break it down in another video, my guys, my people. But as for now, that's all I have for you, my guys, my people. But as always, before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe, and of course, drop your comments below, my guys, my people. And you know what I'm gonna say? Stay super, super blessed.